the show started. We only got 65%. Hi, everybody, when you come in. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the Truth Seeker. Hi, guys. How's everybody doing on this beautiful, fine Monday? Fine Monday afternoon for us today. How is everybody? I hope this thing's not going to die on me while I'm in here. My nicotine almost out. Oh my goodness. They leak. This one's leaking worse than my fuse ones do. Hi, everyone. Don't mind me. I'm just playing with my freaking nicotine stick. And they've been acting up lately. Anywho, so yesterday we went over quite a bit and quite a bit of information we did not know. And I kind of was doing some digging last night. I hope everybody's had a good Sunday night. I woke up this morning really early, somewhat kind of early, and noticed my right ear was bothering me a lot. Come to find out, the back was submerged into my skin. I had to use tweezers and I had to try to pull the grip of the back of the lobster type claw type. I use stud earrings. Because when I actually with my jewelry in, I don't take my earrings out. When I do change up my earrings occasionally, sometimes I rock dangly, sometimes I don't. But apparently that thing got submerged into my skin. The back of it did. And let me show you what I mean, just so everybody doesn't understand. Okay, so turn this on. Don't mind me, I'm a mess. So this thing right here was so stuck into the back of my ear. Like I have a boo-boo now in the back of my ear, and it hurts so bad. I don't know how to really show it to you guys, but you can't show it to you. It hurts, but I don't know if you can. I can't see it anyways. I have to take a picture of it, try to show it to you. Anywho, so there's been a lot of information that I didn't know about that was in the article. So we have a couple things to talk about. I'm just trying to decide where. Where should we go first? Now there's two watching. Where are my comments? Come on, people. Come out. Come out. Come out, wherever you are. Gosh, I've seen a whole lot of spiciness on these YouTube streets. We got a whole lot of stuff going on there. A whole lot of stuff that I just don't even. I can't get over how these people on these streets just become idiots and everything is lost to let's go after this person and let's go. I was listening to somebody last night. Normally I don't go there anymore, but I just wanted to tune in because there was a bunch of people there. A bunch of people co-signing this person on doxing a bunch of information and backgrounds, and I was like, wow. 100 and something people in there co-signing this person on how the person's going to relieve the people's anybody who's ever made this person mad, he's got their information on him. Told everybody he had his information, their information, and I'm just like, these people were co-signing it. I left, but I just was like, this is what YouTube is. People going after people. It's like, can we put our energy into something else? Like, can we do what everybody else is doing right now? Let's cover a case. Let's give some shine to a missing kid, adult, whatever, whoever we can try to save. Let's try to save, let's not be out here being bad people. But there is the first thing we're going to watch is I'm going to show you guys this breaking news that I found this morning. Okay. We're going to watch this clip. This happened early this morning. It was streamed 2 hours ago. And this is an accident that happened with a daycare van and a crash. And we're going to play the video. You're going to hear some horns at first. But there is a person that does speak. He does speak right. Where is it at? Well, let me go ahead and a little bit. See if we can catch the horn. This was a big thing. I think he's the one that actually speaks, guys. Give me a minute and I'm going to pull up my phone so I can pull up your guys' comments. Because we got to have our comments when we're in our show here. So let me go to my YouTube and pull me up. I know there's a lot of people live right now, so I doubt I'll get too many people. But now it was 7 kids, and 1 adult. This van is a commercial van. It is not owned by the daycare whatsoever. I do believe he's going to be speaking any moment. This is in Alabama. So if I have any Alabama people out here, I hope the kid was not on that van, and if it was,
I know, and that's my last name too.
We do have an update.
Guys, I'm not going to go into a lot of details. I'm going to tell you right now, we have children involved, okay? Battalion Chief Chris Horn, CSRIS, HORN, Centerpoint Fire District. About 7:33 this morning, we were dispatched to Kirby Johnson Road on a daycare van that left the road and struck a tree. We have a total of 7 patients. 5 of those were children. One of them was the driver. The driver was transported to UAB. The rest of the
I gotta fix that.
Were transported to Children's Hospital.
This person is wrong.
At this time, all the kids, they were we got them
5
in the truck.
kids.
The driver was the only one that we seemed like they needed to go to UAB. They're probably in. She suffered a severe injury there. Don't know the cause of the accident. All we know is that the van, it was a third-party van taking the kids to school. It was a daycare, and she ran off the roadway onto the right and hit a tree. That's in contact. The school has done a great job. The principal and assistant principal, and also the Jefferson County school system has been out here. They're contacting the parents to let them know where their loved ones are at.
7 kids transported to Children's Hospital, and the driver to UAB.
We had a total of 7, which were 6 kids, and then 1 adult. Yes, sir.
6 kids, 1 adult.
6 kids now. We have 6 kids.
At first, we asked for a helicopter because of the injuries, of the amount of injuries. Anytime you have that kind of amount of injuries, we'll go ahead and try to get all our resources headed this way until our crews get on the scene.
Just really quick, guys. Okay, y'all. Sorry, I wanted to change that in my description because they totally said something totally freaking fracking different. So we're going to go ahead and go back to share screen. And we're going to finish letting some of this play. We're not going to watch the whole thing. But I want you guys to hear this. We have other information we need to get to. Okay?
All right. Thank y'all. Have a good day.
Now, I'm trying to save this so I have it.
I don't see why you can't. I mean, it's way up there, about a mile. Yeah, I mean, you could probably go to the corner there a little bit. Yeah. Hey, thank y'all.
And I'm going to pause this so we can go up. Okay, so we'll play this a little bit. So this is the van, you guys. It's in this, like, how it got so far down there. It doesn't seem like the road is not that. Let's see. See what I'm saying? So how did it? This is where I just don't understand. I mean, that was pretty far in there. And there's not really no sound or anything with it, guys. So, I mean, you can hear some stuff, but not what you would normally hear. I'm going to send this to me. I have some breaking stuff that I want to get sent to my email so I can pull it up. I am going to pull up me just in case there's any of you guys out here watching me, which I'd hope there would be somebody here watching other than me. And so you hear some people talking. See if we can go up just a little bit. The van is really stuck into there. Now, earlier, this person had said it was 7 kids, but here we found out that it's 5 children, 1 adult. And she lost control of the vehicle and smushed into a tree. All children were taken to the local hospital, I do believe. And this video just shows them basically. We heard the guy speak. First he said 6, then he corrected himself, and we do know that it's 5 children and 1 adult. How did this happen? I have no idea. But it's crazy that this lost control and ended up in this tree. All right, let me hit play so that way. Oh, crapple. Great. And I lost that video. Whoops. I'm just going to hit that out of here. We're going to go to come with me. We're going to go to watch later. All right. So, before we go to this, we'll let that get set up here. And then what we're going to do is...
And in this case, we're talking about...
Okay, so we're going to stop sharing this. We'll come back to you. Hi, everybody. Please come in and say hi. Please, please, please. Get me some watch hours up. We're getting ready to go over some notes first before we go over to this article, okay? I have my handy dandy notebook ready. I'm going to actually let, give me 1 second, y'all. I need to run downstairs and get the other, my other vape. This one's dead, and I gotta have it.
You ain't gotta cancel. I gotta get this number.
What number?
To call for the dog. I wrote it down right here the other day.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for being patient. I had to run downstairs. Okay, so we want to go over. We have some stuff happening in the 5-year-old little girl, Kinsley. I also had found another article of where the grandmother knew that she failed her granddaughter. She states it in the article. She tells the cops that she will take whatever punishment she gets because she knew what her daughter was doing was wrong. Okay? So there's 2 sets of grandparents. There's the grandmother from the daughter, and then maybe the boyfriend's side. Because the grandparents, one set of grandparents has the child. Or not has the child, but had the child previously. On several occasions. So, the daughter is just disgusting. This is a very, very, very tragic, horrible case that I wouldn't want nobody to go through. And if you else guys need to back out, let me know. Just tell me. If it's too much, you come back. Especially if you have kids, you're not going to want, I don't know what Court TV has said, but the article and my notes that I'm going to go over are some things that they use to keep the little girl in her bed. Okay? It's things that kept this little girl to the bed. Okay? So, trigger warning ahead of time. We're going to go into my notes. So, let me. Now, part of my notes say, hi, y'all. Okay, so in my notebook here. Okay. All right, so we have a 5-year-old little girl named Kinsley. There are 3 suspects that are involved in the death of this child. Kinsley Wade, Kinsley Welty lost her life due to severe neglect and abuse. And this happened in Indianapolis. The mom, the father, and the grandma were arrested. Okay, we knew that. We knew that information wasn't really new. However, one of them is out. Another one has a high bond, which we'll get into. I can show it to you in the article, but there is a bond for one of them. One of them is out as we speak. This pen is so heavy, I can't do with it. So, just in case if you want to go over anything else new in the article, the court case, I think one of them had an arraignment today. I'm not too sure which one it was, but Court TV has it, and we're going to watch that clip. I also want you guys to see the grandmother, okay? Okay, so we got... So the grandmother stated to the police and investigators, okay? Listen to what his grandmother stated. The grandmother told the police that her, that the 5-year-old, okay, so let me reread this because I messed it up here. All right, so told police that the grandmother would do this. I do believe the daughter is also guilty of doing this as well, but the grandmother states it, puts it out there as that she has done this. Okay? One of the gruesome things they would do to this little girl is duct tape her to the bed, which would not let her get up out of bed. Now, to do what she did to that grandbaby, to her own grandchild, duct taping her? No. You do not do such of a thing. You don't duct tape your grandchild. I'm sorry, you just don't. You don't duct tape your grandchildren. I actually seen somebody do something to their child once, and I was living in a bad environment at that time, but you know, so okay, let's continue. Duct tape, okay. Duct tape was used on several times throughout this crime. Grandmother Tammy, 53. We got a Tiffany Adams in the grandmother evil case of the 2 moms. And we have this grandmother who is 53, and her name is Tammy. So we have some really bad T's out here. Tiffany Grandma Adams Tammy Halsley. I'm going to show you what Tammy Halsley looks like. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and pull up this article so that way we can relay my notes to what I wrote down so people can actually see where I got my notes from. So let me take my overlay off here. Sorry, I was smoking. I was hitting my pen. This is hard. So, we're going to go ahead and present this. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to take... If I turn my camera off, are you guys not able to see it? Maybe that way. All right, let's do it this way. Let's go with here first. Okay, so what you're going to see here, whoo, there she is. There's your bad guy of the week. Let's give it to the not piece of shit grandmother over here that likes to not take care of her grandchildren. She knew her daughter was doing these evil things, you guys. This grandmother took part of it. This grandmother helped her daughter duct tape the little girl's neck. Tammy, 53. And Halls was arrested in the 5-year-old's death. Her granddaughter. His wealth was found unresponsive at her home. On Indy Southwest on April 9th, 2024. Let's go back to my notes a little bit. I want you guys to see her mugshot there. She knew her daughter, Tanya McClure, was keeping her daughter in the closet during February through March. Kinsley died after 6 p.m. at Riley's Hospital. Halsey was charged with criminal confinement, and she is the daughter is 29 years old. McClure was charged with murder and battery on a person younger than 14. McClure's boyfriend. He's another one. Let me show you a picture of that bad boy. These are your two other criminals. Now, you tell me, please, somebody in the chat. Hi, Spitfire. Hey, girl. Please tell me how this happens. How does this happen 3 times that they had CPS at their house? And they both look like there are some heavy drug users. Maybe the M. Maybe the H. And these two did this horrific crime. I just cannot believe this. Okay, so let me go back to my notes here. And then I even spelled out Kinsley's name in stickers. It's super cute. The boyfriend's name is Ryan. Ryan Smith. He is charged 3 of neglect, 3 counts of neglect, and 1 count of criminal confinement. So he also knew that they were confining this little girl into a closet. I wish I could. I know. It's just sad. It's like, how is this happening on a day-to-day basis? Now, this happened back in 24 April, just recently. But when Kinsley was first born, She was jailed 3 weeks after Kinsley was born due to malnourish and neglect. So she did time in jail the first time. The second time, I don't know what happened. And now a third time. So CPS has been at their house for quite a few times. Okay, moving along here on my notes. So they used duct tape to duct tape her bed from her getting up at night. They said this is at nighttime they do this. Grandmother 53, daughter 29, Ryan the boyfriend is 27. The mom admitted to police that several months she had been keeping Kinsley in the closet in her mobile home. The little girl weighed more when she was 2.5 years old than when she died. So she weighed more in 2.5 versus what she died in. Her condition was that bad. Now, before we go up, this is what I want you to see really quick. Ryan Smith, was released on jail Monday at the $50,000 sorority bond. Does anybody know what a sorority bond means? Or surety bond? Because he was released. Online records show Thursday McClure and Halsey was being held in the Marion County Jail. The court ruled McClure could not be released on bond. Halsey's bond was set for $20,000. I'm here, y'all. I'm getting ready for the gym. All right, girl, go get your gym shit on. I gotta call that gym and see if I can get in there. Man, I need to go to the gym. I would love to go to the gym. If not, I'm just gonna start doing routines at home. You guys, this is just, I cannot freaking believe this. I mean, you would think that the grandmother, if the grandmother knew this was happening, you'd think the grandmother would do the right thing and turn her daughter in. You know? Like, why isn't she not turning her daughter in? You know? This just makes me really mad. Really mad. 3 different times CPS was at their home. Okay, so let me see. All right, so this is where Tammy stated by police. Okay, so Tammy's statement is in here. I'm going to show you guys to see this so you guys can see. Okay, so in my notes, are similar to there. So, stated by Tammy, around mid-February 2024, they kept Kinsley in a closet. The grandmother said she would take whatever punishment she was given. The grandmother didn't do anything to help Kinsley. So right here, Tammy stated by around mid-2024 that Tanya mostly kept Kinsley in the closet except when she left the house to go somewhere. Tammy stated that in mid-2024, March, that she had been in the house and observed that Kinsley was in the closet. Tammy explained it was around mid-afternoon, and she had told Tanya that it needed to stop. Tammy did not get Kinsley out of the closet at the time, and she knew that Tanya was not going to let her out when she left the house. So the grandmother has stated all of this to the investigators, to the police. She has been cooperating. But still, that gives it no excuse. She did nothing to help her granddaughter. Tammy recognized that it was wrong for Kinsley to be in a closet like that, but did do nothing about it because she did not want Tanya to lose custody of her other children. Let that sink in for a little bit. Other children in this home. She did not want to say, I didn't read that part last night. See, I'm glad we get to go back because there's certain things that I missed that I'm glad that when I read it over and when I'm not exhausted from doing true crime all damn day, it gets exhausting, you guys. It really does. But my notes are all matching up so everybody can see my notes, Okay, so then we have right here, she's making another statement. Halsey also talked about duct taping the girl to a bed. The investigators also wrote about their conversation in court documents. Now, we're going to get down just a little bit deeper. There was testimony, statements, and reports made from an elementary school. You would think with the people coming forward talking about a restraining order, I have that in my notes and I have it on here somewhere. I'm just going to find it. So there are court documents from Indiana Department of Children's Services had received reports from employees for Plainfield Community Social Corp. They reported Halsey, a kitchen management at the elementary school, had talked about a restraining. So let me see if I can find that. Oh, look at that little kitty. Okay, so let me go back up to the top here. Halsey's is charged with criminal confinement. McClure's boyfriend Ryan was charged with 3 counts. My documents show it. My notes show it. Okay, so we know that one. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, so here we go. Right here's the court documents. The court documents also says Indiana Department of Children's Services has received reports of employees at the Plainfield Community School Corp. They reported Halsey, a kitchen manager at the elementary school, had talked about restraining Kinsley with duct tape so she would sleep. So you telling me that this crazy psycho bitch, excuse my language, oh, where'd the wicked grandmother go? Her. She worked in the schools, in the cafeteria. She was a manager. And she's telling other co-workers about this? Restraining her with duct tape? I can honestly say, with all this information and all these facts, we definitely know Indiana definitely did this little girl wrong. The Child and Family Services did this little girl wrong, and so did the system. The justice system failed this little girl. I don't see no other YouTuber out here talking about this. And this is some serious shit. All right, let's go down a little bit further. We talked about the bond. Smith was released. Jury trial is for June 24th. But if I'm not mistaken, the court TV has a document. Do we need to go through anything of this? Let me check. I think that everything that I read you from this article was my notes. So I think we covered everything on this article. Excuse me, I feel a burp coming on. I'm so glad you all are here. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Spitfire. Hi, Ash. There's my girl, Ash, and my girl, Spitfire. I'm so glad I have my mods coming in. I have a couple older mods, but they don't come over no more. They're too much into drama, it seems like. So, I'm glad to have every single one of you. Okay, so I don't mess anything up. Let me stop sharing this bad boy. I come to StreamYards. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Okay, so I'll put you back out here in the outer space here. We're going to present this. Let's see what Vinnie Paulson has to say. Now, they had one of them had arraignment today, but I'm not sure which one it was. It was all three.
And in this case, we're talking about 2 generations.
The one. So does anybody know? I was late. I had to work over this morning. Oh, it's okay. I'm glad you came, though. You're here. You're here for all the bad shit that's happening in this world. I wish we all could take a change in it, you know. You know the saying, it takes a village to raise a kid? It does. And I think this little girl was just, she didn't have that chance, you know.
Not protecting this child. Let me introduce you to Kinsley Welty. 5 years old.
Oh, look at that cute little face.
Passed away on April 9th. Police were called. Reports of an unresponsive child. And 5-year-old girl. The autopsy results say the cause of death. She likely died of malnutrition.
Malnutrition.
She
I
wasn't
can't speak.
eating anything. She wasn't being fed. She wasn't being taken care of with the bare necessities of life. And you look at her face. You look in her eyes. You look at the smile. She's able to squeeze out. It's not in this picture. But this child was tortured. Tortured. Now, let me introduce you to the suspects. We begin.
There you go. There's the mom, Toni McClare, 29 years old. Now, I really want to know, I want to get to the bottom of why. Who, when, why, where? Why? Why did you do this? I mean, is that postpartum? Does she have maybe postpartum depression? But you think they would have treated that? You know, CPS should have worked with her more. Maybe doing some parenting classes, bringing the baby to the welfare office, doing the classes. The first time should have been the last time. But instead, we have 2 other altercations of them doing this to that little girl. And none of those 3 times did the grandma speak up to. It was too late.
With her mother, 29 years old. Not some teenager who doesn't know what's going on in the world. 29 years old. Charged with murder, criminal confinement, battery on a person less than 14 years old. Suspect number 2.
Look at
You know
him.
who he is. That's mom's
Fucking-
boyfriend. 27 years old.
Ooh.
Child neglect resulting in death.
He's got 3 counts.
Criminal confinement. Now,
There's
Grandma.
the grandma.
grandma, criminal confinement. What grandparent confines your 5-year-old granddaughter? Who even
Freaking
thinks
Vinny.
of doing that? I'm a grandparent. My granddaughter's 5. Those thoughts don't come into your mind.
No, they don't.
You're trying to do everything and everything for that grandchild.
Absolutely.
They replace your child. Sorry. Sorry. The pecking order changes when you become a grand. How do you do that? Let me read the quote from police. The circumstances of Kinsley's death are horrific and beyond comprehension. No human being, let alone a child, should be treated like she was. These alleged suspects, if convicted, should never step foot outside of a prison.
Nope.
That's from the Indianapolis Metro Police
Now-
Department. Now some of the disturbing details.
Before we go into the disturbing details, trigger warning now. Trigger warning now. I was gonna go with something, I freaking completely lost it. Thump, it went right out the freaking window. Mind you, this girl has other children. She has other kids. Okay, here we go.
Because this really happened. This really happened. She spent most of her time locked in a small closet with a dresser blocking the door. She was frequently duct taped and tied to her bed by her mother up and get food. Of course, she's gonna. We just had the Ruth Frank, Jody Hill ranking. Thank goodness those children survived, because this is what would have happened. Authorities found fecal matter and lice on her head, hair, and feet.
Ew,
She
lice.
weighed less at 5 years old than she did when she was 2.5.
It just made my head
The
itch.
mother had
Oh my
already
God.
served time, okay? Had already served time for neglecting her back when she was 3 weeks old. DCS had visited earlier that day.
For
but
the
didn't
girl
see Kinsley.
high orchard.
My guess is she was locked in the closet. We have more details tonight from Rachel Wilkerson with Scripps News, Indianapolis.
If the parents aren't going to love and protect them, and the state's
These will
not,
take these
who's there
parents
for
will
that
take
job?
care of this little girl.
Flowers, balloons, and a card saying Forever 5, always in our hearts. Baby Kinsley sit outside the Southwest Side home she was found in. Metro police say the 5-year-old was unresponsive, thin, with sunken eyes, and had feces on her feet and in her hair. Raleigh Hospital reports Kinsley was so malnourished, she weighed more at 2.5 years old than at 5.
Traumatized, like terrific. Word can't describe the feelings.
Yeah.
Feel guilty to eat sometimes.
Grandparents Tricia and Brian Welty say the warning signs of Kinsley's health were reported, but say the Department of Child Services let them down.
we just don't want her death to be in vain. We want change. We don't want any more kids to have to die because of the failure of the system. It's not right. She was in our home, and she was safe, and she was loved. And she was handed back to her abuser, and she's not here anymore.
The Welty say Kinsley temporarily lived with them
Gives me a
twice
little
after
bad
other
girl
reports of mistreatment.
costume.
In 2018, her mother, Toni McClure, was formally charged with neglect when Kinsley was just a baby.
Just a
The officer said
baby.
the home was in one of the worst conditions he'd ever seen and noted a 3-week-old that appeared to be malnourished. Her mother served 21 days in jail for that case.
When she came to us the second time, she was bruised from head to toe. She had clumps
Of hair
missing throughout her whole head.
And she was given back.
And she'd already tried to starve her to death when she was 3 weeks old. And I gave her back.
Following a welfare check in 2021, the grandparents say they were fearful Kinsley would die.
I pleaded with DCS before that court case, my concerns about all that, every bit of it. And I was ignored.
According to police reports, the mother says just before Kinsley died, DCS was at the house but didn't see Kinsley. McClure says Kinsley frequently expressed that she wanted more food or that she was thirsty, but says she had a desire for her to be out of her life. The Weltys want DCS to improve its reunification process.
Get it together,
It should be
Indiana.
the children, their
together.
safety. It shouldn't be getting them back if the parent's not the safe person. And they failed her. I just want justice for Kinsley. I pray to God that they don't plead this down. I pray every charge sticks.
Yeah.
Rachel Wilkerson, WRTV.
I have a lot of questions tonight. I think we all do. This is a total letdown. You know, when I say at the end of the show, don't forget to hug the kids. Obviously, I mean, like your own children, but I mean us as a society, us as a system. Like this is our top priority, is to protect children. And sometimes they need protection from their own mother, their own grandmother. That's when DCS has to step in, but it's got to be with eyes wide open. Same thing
DCS
in the
was
courts.
there the
The
day.
courts, they want the reunification. They always want the biological parent with the child. I get it. But come on, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Do the job. Do the work. There is too much at stake. If a child's being abused at 3 weeks, you think mom is getting better?
No.
Well, if she is, stay on top of what mom is doing. Stay on top of it. Verify it. Make it a priority. A 5-year-old can't pick up the phone and make the call. All right, I need a little help. I'm going to bring in our special guest joining us tonight in Springhouse, Pennsylvania, international parenting expert, nationally recognized relationship expert.
So I wonder if that DPS guy is going to be fired. Hopefully, because he should have saw that child. He should have demanded for that little girl to be seen that day. He should have said, I want to see this little girl right now. If you don't produce her, I'm going to the police and we'll have her, Why didn't he? So I don't know if CPS is like one of the worst jobs right now, but it's not getting done. And just sorry, I truly hate autocorrect. Me too. Whew, had to wipe the tears away, y'all. God, man. Whew. Some rough shit. Okay, let's keep going.
Expert with a doctorate in clinical psychology, Dr. Sue Kornbluth is back with us. Great to see you tonight.
You too, then.
Wish it was a different circumstance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's not. The first question I have, I'm trying to understand, is why do they fight to get the child back to begin with? Right?
Mm.
What is going through your mind? You're fighting to get custody of this child so you can abuse them? I don't understand that.
Great question, Vinny. And yes, oftentimes though, I think understanding is that mother or other mothers that, their kids end up in the state services are also working with the case manager who is encouraging them to get better so that they can get their children back to them. So I don't know if everybody knows that. So this mother here probably had someone that was saying to her, you need to get your act together. You need to get better so that you can have your daughter back. Isn't that what you want? And they go along that line. And so therefore,
But the grandmother didn't do that till it was too late. She didn't do it till she was too freaking fracking late. If that grandmother would have spoken up sooner, and if DPS would have reported all the shit that they should have been reporting, none of this little girl could still be here today.
mother.
And I really surely hope everybody at that Job and Family Services, because that's what it's known here where I'm at in Ohio, it's Job and Family Services, CPS, Job and Family Services. Those are the two things that I notice. I don't really notice DPS or whatever, DCF, but they need to get their act together.
May not be ready to have her daughter back, but she is encouraged to do so.
And it seems the paternal grandparents, the ones we heard from in
internal
from Scripps News,
grandparents.
they were,
So the internal means, is that from the boyfriend's side? Is it his mom and dad had custody or had Miss Kinsley in their home and they were ripped her out of that home?
talking to DCS and expressing their concerns. And I know in a lot of these battles, the families don't get along and but like, could someone, check and see if she's going to the doctor? Can someone check to see what she weighs? I mean, at 5 years old, she weighs less than she weighed at 2.5. That's not how it works with children.
No.
Children grow and they get bigger. My 5-year-old granddaughter, I have a tough time picking her up right now. And she's just tall and she's grown. And, I'm not as strong as I used to be, but it's just a natural progression. This is outrageous how there's no one, especially DCS, who's jumping in and noticing this.
I mean, I'm as outraged as you are. I've been outraged for years. I've spoken out about this. If you notice once that abuse is going on, then you have to do your due diligence to keep going back in and checking on this child over and over and over again to find out what is clearly going on. Here you had the grandparents that just stated, Vinny, that they told Department of Human Services over and over what was going on with this child. The ball was dropped somewhere. And this is not the first time the ball has been dropped where a child has died. I don't know what we need to do to stop this, but we need to do something because more and more children are dying and being placed back into abusers' care.
Now, the other part of this, right? She, at 3 weeks old, there were problems. She was convicted, right? Then you get the case manager things. But to me, that's when you should be on parental probation,
and
right? And that parental probation should be for as long a period of time until this child would be regularly seen by whether it's teachers at school or someone, right? Complete that probation. But it seems like there's almost an incentive by DCS and by judges to get this reunification done. And we're doing it like this instead of like this.
I agree with you 100%. And reunification with a birth parent, in my opinion, is when a birth parent is safe, has been evaluated over time, and has had supervised visits with their children for a period of time as well.
Temps. Go back. Oh, shit. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. Hold on. My ass hitting buttons. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. Let me go back to watch later. It just irks me so bad, and I messed up and I hit the button. So forgive me.
With their children for a period of time as well. I don't know if there was any supervised visitation. I don't know what goals that this young woman had to meet, but clearly she was not in the state to take her child back.
And for DCS to make a visit and then the child's not there. Well, where is the child? She's 5 years old. She's not out on a date.
Right. Where's that child at?
You know, she's not at school. Where is she? Where is she?
So that's what I cannot understand either, Vinny, is how did they leave that house without seeing the child or finding out where the child was? I do not understand that. It's a great question. Look through the house. You know, it's just the job was not done to the best of Department of Human Services ability. But there's other things that went on here too, Vinny. I mean,
Grandma. How about Grandma?
Talk about Grandma knew what was going on. She was also participating in the abuse. I don't know if you read today, but I did. That she was duct taping her to the bed. Did you read that?
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to say anything, Vinny.
The grandmother took part in this, and then wanted to come out and speak out and say she deserved every single punishment that is given to her. But the grandmother did it as well. It's like, how? How? You're going to sit here and complain about your daughter doing these actions, but then you're out here doing the same damn actions as your daughter? You got to be fucking kidding me.
Because why? They didn't want to get in trouble.
Unreal.
Makes me sick. Makes me sick, Vinny.
Absolutely.
She's mad. I'm mad.
Great to have you on this Friday night.
We're all mad. Oh, shit. Whoops. We're all mad.
Again, unfortunately, it will be about stories like this, but get your light on it. You have to change. Absolutely have to change.
And I'm glad you are, Vinny. Take care.
Thank you so much. All right, folks, welcome back. Our think tank is ready. I know they're angry about this story. The question is, how is our system of justice?
Wow, you guys. And today was supposed to be one of their arraignments. Today's the 22nd. I know jury trial, they said jury trial is scheduled for, hold on. Where did it go? I'm pretty sure it's June 2024, which is coming up. Why in June? Maybe they got to get their evidence in a row, get their ducks in a row. I still can't believe that she weighed more at 2.5 years old than she weighed before she had passed, you guys. And then that there was sources, there was reports made, you got stuff about duct tape. It's just, I can't imagine what else they did to that little girl. If they could it's mind-boggling, to be honest. Now we have, do we have more going on?
Going to handle it. Brian Watkins, Judge Gail Byers, and Ben Chu up next.
My two best friends were just murdered.
An all-new Court TV special. We have found 2 bodies, double homicide investigation. Pastor Richard M. Allen, Delphi. Child murder!
Everyone's first reaction was, who?
No criminal history. They got okay. Hiding place site.
He's either the unluckiest guy in the world, or he was there.
The Delphi murders. The case against Richard Allen premieres April 28th. Only on Court TV.
It'd be a good trial to watch. Those
Say
poor little
abuse
girls
was
too.
only towards Kinsley.
The neglect was them all, but
The
the
neglect.
physical abuse was Kinsley. It wasn't about she didn't want her. She wanted to see Kinsley dead. That was her goal.
Wow.
The grandparents of Kinsley, but there are two of the accused in this case. They're accused of the death of little 5-year-old Kinsley. Grandma is charged with confining this little girl. The Marion County prosecutor spoke about the case. I want to take a listen, give you a few more details about how this is progressing.
There was a lot of conversation between both mom and grandma about what was going on with this child and what was the best way to deal with some of these issues. And I think that's the part that's so disheartening, is that nobody stepped in and said, this child needs help. What can we do to try to help this child? And the thing that you consistently see and hear in these conversations is people are concerned about their own well-being. Well, I might get in trouble if someone is aware of this. DCS was at the house the day that this child passed away. And they were not aware, or when they made that house visit, they certainly didn't uncover or appreciate what was going on inside the house. And so I think that poses a lot of questions for us as a prosecutor's office in terms of what systems were in place to those systems necessarily protect that child, and then what can be done
No,
in the
they
future.
didn't protect that child, obviously.
Yeah, what can be done in the future is do your job. Like, do your job. These are children. They need help. When they're not getting the protection and the love and the nourishment at home, they need help. Let's bring in our think tank tonight. Joining us in Cleveland, Ohio, retired judge, former prosecutor, judicial fellow at the National Judicial College.
Hey,
Judge
she's
Gail
in
Byers is with us.
Cleveland,
Joining us in San Diego,
Ohio.
California, criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor.
That's near me. I know, right? We're at Cleveland, Ohio. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that she was from Cleveland, Ohio. Okay.
Brian Watkins, and in Washington, D.C., the attorney who represented Johnny Depp in his
Johnny
defamation
Depp
case,
guy.
and a fellow of the American College of Trial Lawyers, Ben
Ben
Chu.
Chu.
Great to see everyone tonight. This is a tough one, a real tough one, little Kinsley Welty. How do you see this case in our court system? Grandma, mom, DCS. Judge?
Vinny, first of all, this case is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, at least on its
Judge.
face, is every other similar case that this show has highlighted. And I'll tell you, I think one of the first
Oh,
things
she was a judge in
this case is all three of those defendants are going to ask to bifurcate their cases, meaning they're going to
Ruby
ask for separate
Crystals.
trials. They may even ask for, and they may not get it, but they may ask, they're all going to
You guys remember some of the baby cases up out of Cleveland? I bet you she just said that they highlighted some of the cases that they have done. Oh my God, it makes me want to go back in my notes to find out which case. I wish she would say which one it was.
point the finger at each other. What is so amazing is, as you outlined, the clear decline of this child's health. And what we know just from basic common sense in biology is that this didn't happen overnight. So if DCF visited the home on the day that this child died, my first question would be, when is the last time someone from this agency actually saw
this
this
baby?
child? Because this does not happen. All her health, her treatment, her malnutrition was declining for a while. And either someone potentially falsified records, they never saw her, or no one managed or supervised whoever the social worker was that was responsible for ensuring this child's safety. Because you can never
Either
convince me
handled
that this child's
Caldwell-
health declined overnight.
No, not overnight.
No one.
Not when she was 5 years old and she weighs
Caldwell?
more than she weighed when she was 2.5. Brian Watkins, and I know the social workers and the folks working for DCS, too many cases, not enough time, and they don't get paid enough. I get all of that. But at the end of the day, if you've got a child in the custody of a parent who had to get the reunification because she had been convicted previously when this child was 3 weeks old, I think there just has to be a more serious approach to children that are potentially in danger. Like proof of, show me the child. The child's not here. Where's the child? Take me to the child right now.
It's amazing that didn't happen. This is one of the cases I wish some of those Russian police would do the interrogation. It just outrages me so. But I have to put on my lawyer hat.
Absolutely.
Objectively, okay? Now, the first time she got in trouble, the child was 3 weeks old. So it's been 4+ years.
4+
and she's been
years,
doing well enough to keep the child. We look at those pictures that you're showing, and she doesn't look that malnourished and that abused in these photos. She looks like she had a good time at Halloween. And so you got to put that in the mix also. I know this didn't happen overnight, but DCS, my mother was a social worker, and she will tell you how hard that job is. It's not that they don't do their job. The job is extremely difficult. And yes, we want children to be with their biological parents. I mean, don't get me wrong. Kids are abused in foster care and in other homes all the time. So it's a catch-22. So it's a tough situation. And, I don't know why the charges are so light. Charge them all with second-degree murder and a conspircy. They all aided and abetted. And they all conspired. There's phone conversations. That's conspiracy. So I don't know why the grandmother's only charged with confinement. She participated in the child's death. Murder too. Second-degree murder. Charge her.
Ben, and if grandma is accused of duct taping this child so she couldn't get food and the child dies of malnourishment, I mean, clearly taking part in all this.
Vinny, I totally agree with you and Brian. I think they all should be charged to the maximum. And I think your analogy to the Ruby Frankie case is really apt.
was another
obviously
one,
had even more
guys.
tragic consequences. They should throw the book at all these people.
Yeah, that's the thing, Judge, that shocks me as I do this
God,
show, this program, when we come across these stories, where you have
She left
parents
her baby in
and I don't
a
know,
car.
in the Ruby Frankie case, we know they were off the rails, and there was something going on up here. Not that it wasn't a defense to what happened, but we kind of know what's pushing that direction. But like to punish and torture and withhold, how do you withhold food from a child? A child needs calories. They are growing every single day. They need more and more and more. That's like basic life. Like everyone knows this. And how anyone can conceive of punishing a child by withholding food. That is cruel. That is cruel.
Vinny, I think that what we can expect, just as the rest of the panel has indicated, is that these are perhaps the preliminary charges. I suspect that with more information that becomes available both to the police and to the public, that there are going to be more serious charges that this trio faces, if not more people. Because I think that there may have been others who, if not involved, they certainly had a duty to report and a duty to do more. This is absolutely repulsive. I don't know that I have the words, but I do agree that as a prosecutor, you have to take off emotion and look at from the elemental standpoint whether or not you can prove the charges, either as they are currently constituted or the more serious ones that may be coming down the pipe.
Yeah, and trust
I
me,
don't
for this
know how
grand jury,
anybody can
no one is
prosecute
voting not
any-
guilty.
I don't
It's just,
think
it will
I
not
could
happen.
be a
It will not
judge.
happen. All right, they're
And I
staying with
could
us the rest of
barely
the hour.
go
I think
through
Tank's
this
up next.
notebook.
Karen Reed, is she a cop killer or was she framed by police who covered up their own murder? That will be the question for the jury as this supercharged trial gets underway next
Okay,
week.
what do you guys think about that? We'll pause for a minute. What do you guys think about the Karen Reed case? I think she did it by accident. I think it was an accident. I don't think maybe she meant to kill him. That's a tough one. That is a very that is a tough one. Tough one.
TV with opening statements.
Based on the offer of proof on Friday, I am well within my rights, pursuant to the case law, to exclude the third-party culprit defense. I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to give you a chance to develop it through admissible evidence, but you cannot open on it.
Karen Reed is accused of murder.
I just want to make sure we're not missing nothing out of this.
That house, there was not a lot of snow that had fallen. Visibility was good. The lights were working on his plow. He passed.
It looks like
Everything that you're saying you're going to do in opening statement, there's no law that requires you to do that. You can say whatever you want in opening statement, what you think the evidence is going to show, and if that's what you think it's going to show, then you should be able to say in opening statement. If you're able to not produce it, well, they can comment that in closing argument.
Yeah, I think that might be it for Kinsley.
But to limit them in opening statement, outrageous.
Benchu, how much of a
Let me look. Let's go. Karen Reed. Let's see. I do have a little bit of something for Sade Robinson. I want to touch up upon that really quick as well. And then, hi, everybody. I think it was okay, so let me go back to comments really quick. Hi, Trek. How you doing? All right, so Spitfire thinks it was an accident, too. I kind of think it was an accident, too. I don't think she meant to hit him. I think they did have a bad relationship, bad blood marriage, but I don't think she intentionally planned on unaliving him. Hi, Ninja. Hi, y'all. So yeah, I don't think it was intentionally. I don't think it was. However, how much evidence do they have? What is there of evidence? I don't really follow that case. I'm more true crime. That is a true crime case, but with all the spectacle stuff that's going on with that case, I don't feel comfortable doing that case because, in the mess of it, this officer was killed or unalived, or it was done by an accident, and he is being lost in this big, huge spectacle. The media has made it one, the YouTubers, just all of that has made it to be one big, huge.
I would say the worst thing she did was actually going to the hospital and utilizing some important services that certainly someone with a true medical incident deserved more so than her.
Absolutely. Next story.
There's nothing left on it. We're going to go back to StreamYards. Hi. All right, y'all. So now we do have some information from Sadie Robinson and the family. The family has made a few statements stating that they don't believe the officers and the police are doing their job 100%. So I have this article. I want to show you guys this. Any questions? What do you guys think? I could have swore Kinsley's people had to go to court today. Hopefully, justice gets served. I'm hoping the death penalty maybe. I want to know about her other kids. I want to know if her other kids are safe. Because she has other kids that she was afraid of losing. Now, the grandparents state otherwise. They state that the mom wanted to kill Kinsley. I don't know what to believe because I'm not there. I don't know the whole story. That's why I'm digging into this. But they were supposed to have court today. Yes, Ninja, he's totally lost in the circus. Totally. And some of these YouTubers, okay? I'm going to call them YouTubers, all right? YouTubers could have put a stop to all the spectacle shit. They could have stepped up. The YouTubers out here should have stepped up and not made it worse spectacle than what it is. Like, because they did it too. And some parts of the media, I think they also took part in it. They played a role in it. But these other ones, like, the turtle guy, I haven't seen too much fuckery from DV. But the other ones out there that are just, making a muckus of it, and this young man lost his life. He was an officer. He fought for crime, and maybe he didn't know about all the conspiracy people he was hanging out with. Maybe he didn't know that some of his cop buddies who they thought was his friend, maybe he didn't know that they were all, because that's what the whole thing, the case has turned into, some big, huge conspiracy. And I haven't seen any pieces of evidence leaning towards conspiracy. You guys might have. I haven't. But let's get into Sadie. Whoops. Smile. No, I used to be able to have a wonderful smile, and I wore a partial for too many damn years, and it messed up all my teeth. Okay, so now this report states in here a couple articles, there's a couple facts and stuff that I want to go over into this. This was 4 hours ago, 6-minute read, but the 19-year-old Milwaukee, her name is Sade Robinson, was reported missing. Okay, now Miss Sade Robinson, we this is the stuff we're gonna go over, the stuff that we do know, which is we know that she was on her first. She was going to meet this guy for a date. On a date. Then I don't know if they went to a movie or went to dinner, but they went and got seafood. I know seafood restaurants were talked about in their conversation. And she went back to his house, probably thinking, oh, we're gonna have some coffee, chit chat. I'm sure she was not thinking she was gonna be unalived. And we did find out that he does have a sex dungeon in his basement. We also know his parents have came out and made a statement as well. Now, let's go a little bit further. So we know the guy's name is Maxwell, Anderson Maxwell. He's 33 years old, and he's being charged with first-degree murder of Robinson and the dismemberment. So he unalived her. I don't know if we know how she was unalived, but he unalived her, and then he took all this time. Because if we want to get graphic, it's not going to be easy for somebody to do this. I can't imagine him doing this all by himself. And then in the much of time that we have found her, parts of her body, in such amount of time that he had did this. April 1st was their date. April 1st was their date. And then we started seeing parts of her body show up. Let's see here. Her first part of her body let me see here. Okay, so on April 2nd, Robinson reported missing. So April 2nd, the next day, you guys, she was reported missing. She didn't show up to work, which was a big, red flag there too, that she didn't show up to work. And then we have Anderson, who was charged with first degree murder, that the first date was on April 1st. This is a separately whole other case. Why they do this is messed up. But I want to go into the next paragraph of its fact, okay, of their reason, of what they're to say here. So on another case, I'm going to read this. It's a whole other case, but I want to follow into this paragraph here. Okay. Separately from Robinson, this is in Wisconsin. This is in the same area. A separately 41-year-old woman named Tamika Stewart, who was reported critically missing, was found dead in Milwaukee. Stewart was found dead on April 17th in the 45 block of North 29th Street. A 41-year-old man was taken into custody on suspicion of homicide, police said. In 2022, almost 550,000 missing persons. You asshole! Reported to the National Crime Information Center. The vast majority of these persons, or nearly 99%, were removed from the NCI list because they were found, returned home, or because their records was invalid. Since January 2020, 4,814 women ages 18 to 99 have been reported missing. Law enforcement have entered in the nation database, according to Wisconsin Department of Justice. So in Wisconsin, we have a lot of women disappearing from the ages 18 to 99. Wisconsin, where's your guys' street cameras? Where's your guys' officers? How is this happening? Ages from 18 to 99. Since 2020, there's been 4,814 women in Wisconsin. So it's going to show this lovely story. It's so sad. This is another case. Families missing women of color face additional barriers. It's now starts going into, I want to say, like profiling. Why this article is in here with Robinson is beyond me. Does this have any? I mean, is there any circumstances of why they putting this in here? Hi, everybody. It's totally lost to the circus, right? So does anybody agree with me? Like, why is this, like, why are they trying to make it a spectrum? Okay. Not an spectrum, but like now they're putting it into, where was that where they said, let me show you this. There has long been discussions of disparities surrounding missing people of color. In 2022, Black women and girls are made up approximately of 18% of the missing persons cases, despite the accounting for about 7% of the population, according to the data of NCIC, U.S. Census Bureau. Indigenous women face higher rates of abduction and murder than the national average. Many people feel that cases of missing indigenous women are overlooked and others go unreported in the data. While 98% children are reported missing in the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children, children are located within days. Majority of those who not. Okay, here we go. Majority of those who are not are black, as investigators by U.S. Today. What the hell does this statement mean? Are they profiling? They racially profiling here? I mean, that's what I see going on. You're telling me Wisconsin has more younger, and you're telling me that Wisconsin has more of colored women going missing? Like, that makes me feel some kind of way about that statement there. Who is this, people? Who in the hell is posting this shit? Let me go back up here and look. Okay, you journalist from Milwaukee. So this is a person from Milwaukee. This is saying from I don't know. All right, let's keep going. Law, media, and law. Okay, so reasoning ranging from the racial makeup of media and law enforcement agencies, black children are being disproperly classified by authorities as runaways. Police, the media, and the public are less likely to be equipped to give their best efforts for the missing black children. While social media can help find the missing children in the U.S. today, in over 375 videos featured on Facebook from a national exploited children, the average views on posts of missing white girls was 63,000, and for black girls it was 38,300. What the actual F is going on here with that? Are you guys? What are we? I mean, is this? I don't know if this is like where they're getting this information. If this is actually accurate or not, because I just don't understand how they're stating that. I don't understand it. Do you guys? Somebody help me fill this in. I feel like this is being racial profiling. Like, that's exactly what I mean, and it's going to get lost to that. You know, the main goal is to find Sadie Robinson and help get these crimes down. Maybe they need to get some better technical like camera stuff. Maybe some better police stuff out there. I mean, get the word out that, you know, missing people, you know, raise awareness somehow, host events to make when the younger generation is going out to the bars, going out clubbing, going to colleges, maybe they need to have some safe tips be brought out. Maybe hold an event down in Wisconsin. And let's start changing some of the stigma right now. There's got to be some changes here, because this is nuts. So this is a lack of the media attention compared to urgency, which people seem to search for. The missing white people has been terminated. Missing white women syndrome, U.S. Today cited, for example, in 2002, a case of Alexis Patterson, 7-year-old Milwaukee, and Elizabeth Smart, 14-year-old from Utah, went missing a month apart. Hours after Smart, who's white, went missing, and her case received a widespread of national media attention. Peterson is black, and her case was received a very little national attention, especially at first. Smart was found 9 months after her abduction. Patterson is still missing. What do you guys think about that? Nothing's been found. No, okay, so these names ring a bell. Do they ring a bell to you guys? Anybody out here ring a bell to that name? Alexis Patterson. Right here, disappeared on Tuesday, May 3rd. This is the person. This is the mom. That is freaking fracking sad. Spitfire, no, doesn't ring a bell to you. Anybody else have a ring a bell to you about this girl? I want to say this. If they would have showed the white girl, I wonder if I would have got. Look, see, here's another girl missing. And this is in Wisconsin, y'all. Milwaukee said they're saying Weller's mother was frustrated. Milwaukee's police did not classify her daughter as critical missing. The criteria for critical missing includes a person with history of physical, mental, or cognitive disability, drug dependency, or other risk issue, among other factors. Current age 16, Milwaukee, black. Then it goes into another 73. This lady's missing. Age 73, Franklin, white. So they're giving you guys the racial of how was she found. Eckerd's case as a homicide is a $50,000 reward to tips of her conviction. Since March of 2021. I don't remember any of these cases. Do you guys know? Nobody remembers? I kind of remember this one up at the top. Not that one, but there's another one missing. Wisconsin. So this is Enya Milwaukee. His teen's been missing since March 29th of 2023. All right, Wisconsin has some messed up shit going on right now. So this article is pretty much saying that I remember seeing some of the debate on social media about the whole incident of this. I remember hearing bits and pieces of this on social media. Hi, Stardust. Hi, you just came in to listen now. Perfect. I found this great article, and I wanted to bring it to you guys because it does involve Sadie Robinson, but it involves Wisconsin as a whole community and how they have a lot of missing women going missing. But this article is trying to pinpoint that the missing black women and teens that go missing, that the white people are getting more attention than one with the black. And I don't see it that way. I see them all trying to get light and bring, but this article is saying totally different. And it's not me saying it, by the way. It's not me. It's the article itself stating that racial profiling. That's what they think the term is called, racial profiling. A lot of FBI members use that, you know? Okay, so let's go down just a little bit further. So the women in the girls who have been reported missing since 2020. So this must be recent. This one says 2002 examples. 2020, 2023. Phone workers Walker tried to call her therapist around 3:27. Her daughter has a mental history of illnesses. Right then and there, see, she's stating her daughter has illnesses. So why is she not on that paper, that list? Critical missing criteria. So this is the criteria. Maybe we can dig a little bit deeper on this. I'd like to see what the criteria is to get on this list and why. If her daughter has a mental illness, sees a therapist, treated Ecker's case as a homicide. Okay. She's white. What to do if you're searching for missing persons in Milwaukee. To file it. This is where you can go to the National Missing and Exploit for Children, guys. I am registered. I have this on my thing. So yeah, what do you guys wish they would have showed that lady, the white girl? I can't believe it. I cannot believe that article. I cannot believe how it's just. I know, I totally agree with you, Spitfire. There are tons of white people who don't get exactly, and that article was twin post, twin pointing, whatever you want to say it. It's got me irritated. Like we just read that all together. The replay crew can watch it too. That this article is totally making a muck of things and making it like that if a black person goes missing, they're not going to be found. That's not the case. Maybe they got cold leads and not, maybe they need to investigate some of those unsolved crimes. But that doesn't, I see, a lot of things. I've seen some when she went missing, Robinson. I'm pretty sure Pascal's the one that first started talking about Robinson. And then I had seen it on Court TV. But that article, maybe we can dig into some of those missing people that are in Wisconsin, but it seems like Wisconsin has the worst missing people that go missing and are not found. And why are they not found? The families are missing their loved ones. The little elderly lady, she had a $50,000 reward out. And I do believe they said they were treating that as a homicide. That article made me so mad, though, because it's like, wow, I'm riding on the treadmill. You get it, girl. You run on that treadmill. It just makes me shocked that article definitely said that. And then we got the poor Indiana case where the little girl, I hope to God she gets the right justice. And to let the boyfriend out, I wish it would have showed their arraignment. So maybe after dinner tonight or while I'm sitting on the computer. Last night, I came on late. Got some digging done late last night. I was on the computer till about 11 o'clock. just writing my notes out, preparing for today. And then we had the breaking car van accident. We found out that it was 5 children, not 6 or 7. It was 5 children and 1 adult. She lost control of the commercial van that drives the daycare to the bus, I guess. I'm not sure. And it smashed into a tree. I do believe the kids are okay. They're probably going to be shook up a little bit and wondering how in the hell this happened. You know? So I feel like we got on here pretty early today. I know you guys like me to go a little bit early. There's a lot of people probably live right now too. I know I'm so sad I missed Granny. Did not get her notification, so when I get off here, I'm gonna go watch her video, give her some support and love. She has another backup channel, which a lot of people, YouTubers, I found out, they have these backup channels for reasons, and I just don't get the notification for it, so I missed it. Not surprising that they covered that case. The suspect is in the sin of a millionaire. Yeah. You're right. The 2 women case, we haven't heard anything back from that. I don't think. I can look it up tonight when I'm free. So last night I had to fold a lot of laundry. I got 3 baskets completely folded, and I got my started a load before I went to bed. It was I washed my robe because my robe needed to be washed. So I got a lot done last night. Got all the dishes done. And so now I just got to figure out how I'm going to get my scuba some food. He ran out of dog food. And of course, I just can't go out and get the cheap shit because he's allergic to corn. And I never realized how dogs can be allergic to corn. It's so freaking crazy, you guys. But yeah, that article had me so mad. I know it's kind of chilly here. It says it's 60 now out here. But I know we had an advisory for frost. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, now we're going to have frost. And I'm like, oh no. My tulips had just grown, and bloomed. And they're gorgeous yellow, beautiful tulips. And this little elderly lady comes by and she cuts them every time. And I've moved them. And sometimes they just grow right on back. It's crazy. I'm in the process of cleaning my ear because of that earring. Decided it was going to eat my ear. I'm not kidding you guys. That piece of earring was so stuck in the back of my ear that there's kind of a hole in my ear right now. And it hurts so bad. And I do know the Robinsons family had made a statement stating that they don't think that the police are doing much. And it's because they're behind the scenes. The police can't just release everything. We found that out now. Like a lot of these cases, they can't release. Hi, Courtney Delaney. Hi, Okie. Hi, y'all. We just got done reading a messed up thing here. on Sadie Robinson. We have them profiling racially. Let me show you the, hold on. Let me see if this will work. I have it pulled up still. So apparently there's a lot of missing women that go missing in Wisconsin. This article states here, I guess we could watch a little bit of this. We've already watched most of.
An emotional scene. I need to look my baby to peace. As a Harp family mourns.
Oh, I figured out why you guys can't see it. Hold on. Now I know why. Now I know why. I didn't realize that, but now I know why. Okay, so when I have my camera off, it's black. You guys can't see it. Hello. This is the mom, Sadie Robinson.
Loved ones gathered to grieve Robinson, who authorities say was brutally killed and mutilated on April 1st.
And it's going to be tremendously hard to move on living without her being here, especially the way she got taken from us.
Investigators say after a first date, 33-year-old Maxwell Anderson killed Robinson, dismembered her body, and spread her remains across the county.
And we're going to get justice for Sade.
Sade.
Justice for Sade.
Yes, justice for Sade. And see, I'm really glad that nobody's really taken this case and has twisted anything. Or I'm not sure this case didn't get as much light. I think she has. I think this case has gotten some little bit of justice, but
the search
this article though
is on.
It's hard for Sade to rest in peace when we literally are still searching for her remains.
That lady was like,
Robinson's family in the search.
I think that lady was pissed that she said that. Can we rewind a little bit? Look at that face. Like, why would you say that? Like, this lady said that, and this lady's like, wow. Like, it must have hit home to them. This is the mother. Is this lady even related? This lady's just like, whoa, you just said that, ma'am? Let's listen.
For her remains.
Community members joined Robinson's family in this.
Sade to rest in peace when we literally are still searching for her remains.
Community members joined Robinson's family in the search and at Friday's vigil, hoping to put a focus on the life she had.
Sade Robinson's voice will not go unheard.
Rather than the person who took it.
And giving us the will to keep on living and moving on.
I wish they had biodegradable balloons. Those weren't biodegradable balloons.
The bridge is in honor of Robinson.
Okay, now, let's say here, these women face abduction and murder average, okay, that go overlooked. So they're saying a lot of these women go overlooked. While, let's see here, where was it? Right here. This is what makes me mad. This whole paragraph. They're stating missing white girls was more than for the black girls. So for the white girls, while on social media help finding the missing children, there are 375 videos featured on Facebook by the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children. Average views on post and missing white girls is 63,000, and for the black girls is 38,300. We got to change that as a whole. I don't know how to explain that. I just don't understand. That just threw me off though. And then it shows examples. They're trying to show examples though of this happening. So why they're stating this, they're also trying to come up with their facts. For example, like exactly where'd it go here? this one, where'd it go? This lady did not get her. This is the mother. This is the child that went missing. Still missing. There has been a discussion for disparities surrounding the missing people of color. In 2022, Black women and girls made approximately 18% of the missing person cases, despite accounting for the 7% population, according to the data of NCIC, U.S. Census Bureau. Where'd it go? People on the list, including some who have been missing as many of 8 decades. These women and girls reported missing in Milwaukee County after 2020 and had not been found. It should be noted that this list may be incomplete. There are only persons who have been reported missing by the database. By other missing people may have not been reported. This girl, this young girl, 16, went missing on 3/29 of 2023. This is the young girl. Then they show you Johanna Walker. Was last seen at the intersection of East Reservoir Avenue in Milwaukee. This is all in Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Another one, and they're saying age Black, and then they're going to compare this, okay? This is where it gets crazy. So this young lady went missing, this elderly lady went missing. They have approximately, I think they have a bond, or a reward, a reward. $50,000 reward to the conviction. Age 73. She's from Franklin. And then here's all your information. But where I could have swore they said, okay, Walker's mother was frustrated that Milwaukee's police did not classify her daughter as critical missing. The criteria for critical missing includes a person with history of physical, mental, or cognitive disability, drug dependency, dependency, or other at-risk issues, among other factors. Her age was 16, and her mom is throwing a fit because, and this article is pretty much going along with this statement stating that the Black and missing women do not get enough justice as the white women, which me and Spitfire totally disagree. What do you guys think? Hi, Sharon. Thank you, Chief Seeker, for bringing awareness. Thank you for being here. Hi, everybody. Hi, Ninja. Okay, I said hi to mostly, most of you, but hi, everybody. Hi, Track, Miss Sharon. I did. The hubby's on, is actually, I think he's still currently on hold. He's currently on hold. But yeah, this is crazy. So thank you all for being here. This is one of my updates on Sadea or Sade Robinson. I don't know. I think it's pronounced Sade, and like the gentleman has pronounced her name. But when I seen this update, I thought it was just going to be all about Sade. But when we started reading it, we found that this article is saying that there is a lot of women still missing, which I totally agree. But I don't think that they're trying to say that the white get more attention. And I remember that being in the media a couple months back with them stating that back. I can't remember when I remember hearing about that. But it's just crazy that all these women are all from Wisconsin besides this resident right here. But she's been missing since March. So it seems like that we got a lot of database from missing from March. This is a picture with her daughter, Kelsey Eckert. She was 73. 73 is her current age. Franklin Police Department. And the family is offering a $50,000 reward. Sandra Eckert, 70 years old, was last seen in her home on Franklin evening on March 26 of 2021 after she left her residence following an argument with her husband. Wes Eckert is approximately 5'7", 130 pounds, with blonde hair and green eyes, and she was last seen wearing black leggings, colorful tennis shoes, a large navy blue and teal North Carolina, and Tar Heels starter jacket. Eckert's car was last seen March 27th of 2021 at 3 a.m. traveling southbound on Racine Avenue, westbound on Tan Drive, and then southbound on Crowbar Drive near Eckert. Nor the car, a gray 2005 Dodge Stratus sedan with Wisconsin license plate 319-LGT, have been found. So they found her car. They didn't find her. That's really sad. She's 73 years old. Excuse me. 73 years old, guys. I didn't think older couples fight. There's another stigma that we can break down and crash because it's, elderly couples do have arguments. But it doesn't give nothing about, and this makes me wonder, maybe the reason why she's not found is because there's not a lot of information put out. People don't need to assume that it's because of their race. It could be because there's not enough information with the husband. Had they got everything down with the car? And then this is the number for Franklin Police Department. Now it says here, we believe the father, Wes, might be to blame. Wes denied having anything to do with his wife's disappearance, suggested it could be related to the several thousands of dollars in cash Eckert took with her when she left. Anyone with information? Now, if you want to speculate, why would she have all that money with her to begin with? Why would she take all that money? That wasn't listed when, that's when articles start getting misled. They must be wealthy, though, because the family is offering the reward of $50,000 for tips to if tips lead to the conviction. Her children told journalist Centel that they believe their father, Wes, might. Okay, so the children. This is one of her daughters. I love her cute purple hat and the pink. So you can definitely tell that they are very, possibly wealthy. Maybe some drinkers. Go back. definitely got some finery there, some dinnerware. They got some beautiful wine glasses. Like those are probably like maybe some liquor in the back here. And and the family, the children, as it says right here, her children believe that their father, but it doesn't give any information. So maybe that's why this case hasn't got a lot of views or a lot of knowledge on this case, because there's not much to it. They don't, they give you a couple paragraphs of some pieces of information, but then you're blanking on the rest. So then that's when your speculation of all these people come in who want to speculate. Hi, Bliss Mama. Hey, girls. Oh, is the best. Yes, she is. Thank you all for being here. So reading this little bit of information, I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think? You think this article holds any weight? Because of what they're saying in here. They're basically saying white people get more attention than I don't agree with that. I've seen a lot of cases being exposed and people talking about it. But if there's not enough information out there, or sometimes cases do go cold, unfortunately. But that's when you bring in, I think, when a case sits for so long in the code files, okay? That's when you go and you bring in new people in. Get rid of the old ones. Keep one or two for facts and knowledge and information. But I would bring in new teams, new people, fresh eyes. It's always good to have fresh eyes on something than old, tired eyes who have been working the same shit over and over and they're not getting nowhere. I like the video in, for instance, the Men in Black clip where Jay's like, we got to have pie. Pie solves everything. And Will Smith's like, Jay, I think that's who it is, his partner, the good guy, the old man. He says, you got to have pie, right? And they go to that diner and they meet the little smart guy and they're sitting there eating their pie and he thinks of where they got to go next instantly. They go to the little locker room and they find that whole little community of little things in there. So like you got to have fresh eyes on stuff sometimes, You can't keep having the same people on it if the case is cold. That's something I would do. If I was on the FBI team and I'm working this case that's so old that we're not getting any, or it could be because they don't have evidence. And I just think that either the census is wrong or Milwaukee is one state. I don't know if any other states feel this way. But I don't think that's right, though. I don't think that it's right to do that, to make that article like that. Oh, God, look at this. Milwaukee's news, 2 missing girl cases show media disparity. Alexis gets little noticed and the Utah. Oh, my God, you guys. This is that. I remember this. Oh, my God, I kind of remember this. I remember seeing YouTube people go nuts about this, but I just can't remember. So here you go. Milwaukee's journalist is making this out to be. This is the example that I was going to show you guys how Milwaukee Beth Milwaukee is saying, Wisconsin is saying that this little white girl got more than this little girl, and that's all that Wisconsin is. Is nothing but when the white kids go missing, they're first. I don't live in Wisconsin, so I can't ask anybody. So if anybody knows any Wisconsin people or anybody from Milwaukee, maybe we can get them come over here and maybe or get their point of view of this article. I should have clicked on this one sooner, because now my computer's going to die. We're going to miss this. There's no way I'm going to be able to read all this. I'm already almost out of liquid encouragement here. Not beers or nothing. Have coffee and Diet Dr. Pepper. I can't believe this article says this. Will it read to us? We could ask Copilot. So I have this Copilot on this laptop that will come up with this stuff. Look at all that's coming up on it. I don't know if you guys can see it yet. But Alexis gets little notice and the Utah girl gets widely covered. 2 missing girl cases show media disparity. So let's see here. What is this Copilot saying here? Okay, so Copilot is like my little reader. It's kind of like a Google, but better. I don't know. I kind of like this Copilot thing. So anyways, she does a separate web for me. And it says here, the 7-year-old girl who disappeared in Milwaukee highlights a stark disparity on the media coverage compared to another missing girl, Elizabeth Smart. You guys know this. Come on now. One of you guys know this Elizabeth Smart case, because it rings a bell to me. Girl, plug up the charger, LOL. No, I got into this too deep. Too deep that we have just stumbled. Well, see, the only thing is, all my outlets are plugged in with shit. And it takes a certain type of plug. It takes the one with the big. It takes the one with. I can't show it to you because we're in this article, but the plug. I don't know if I can unplug. I have to pull my desk out and try to go from the outlet in the wall behind my desk. That's the only thing where I have my desk is at. Underneath, I can barely get to it to plug it in. I'd have to pull my desk out. Or I can always come back tomorrow and do this one. Or maybe even this evening. Okay, but anywho, what we're reading here says, I just remembered this little girl now, Elizabeth Smart. I remember her. And I remember this little girl's parents felt so devastated at this little white girl. And the white girl's parents spoke out stating that this little girl, needed justice. Anybody remember that? Yes, and she was found safe. Bus Mama does, see? Yes, Track does. Yes. I think all missing cases should get exactly. If I could highlight your comment right now, Bus Mama, I would. Yes, and she's alive. Yeah. She's alive. Alexis Patterson on the left and Elizabeth Smart. Okay, so let's go here. Let's devolve into the contrasting narratives surrounding these two cases. See, there you go. Copilot is telling you guys there's a narrative being spun here. Listen to the Copilot, okay? Copilot here is correct. They've spun this narrative on this case, and then it got disappeared, and oh my God. We're at 19%. Okay, so what I'll do is, can I save Copilot's response? Here's insights. That's what I like about this little Copilot thing over here. Can you guys see this? Probably not. I don't know. But this thing is pretty cool over here. I don't know if you guys can see this. But, okay, so Alexis Patterson went missing on May 3rd, 2002 after leaving. I was still in school then. I was still in school when this was going on, guys. 2002, I was a junior or a sophomore in high school. I was a sophomore in high school when this case happened. So Alexis went missing in a community school in Milwaukee, despite being featured in short snippets on TV shows like America's Most Wanted, CNN, Fox News. Her story received scant national attention. The New York Times and Washington Post did not cover her disappearance. Search related approximately 67 stories about Alexis, mostly associated with the press and the Milwaukee. Elizabeth Smart, however, is a 14-year-old girl from Salt Lake, Utah, was kidnapped at gunpoint. Her family with $1 million home on June 5th, 2002. The national media flocked to the Salt Lake City to cover this case extensively. Major newspapers and the Boston Globe, Miami Herald, and even outlets as far as Sydney, Australia, I remember that, reported Elizabeth Smart. NBCN provided hourly updates on her case. I don't know why I was getting loud there. Sorry, y'all. I was getting hyped. I was getting into this. But I remember Australia being one of them. I remember Australia saying something. But I was a sophomore in high school when this was happening. I cannot believe this. This is just, and this is all the way they put this in there to put put Sade Robinson in with this article to begin with. This is how I found all of this. This all stemmed from me digging in to Sade Robinson from Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Now they're saying that Sade is wrapped up into this whole. So it's good if people start going to this. You know, we do have Sade's suspect locked up, and how does this all coincide together, correlate? Ash, you should put it on the chargers, the power language to help chargers tough. Can't use it. Your regular chargers. Yep, exactly. I know it has one of those. This laptop has. I have the box, but I can't believe the way that it came though. I'll have to take a picture of it because I forgot to report it to Amazon. I have pictures of the way the computer came. But look, let's just go ahead and. I'm sorry. We're at 18%. Race. Alexis Patterson is a black, while Elizabeth Smart is a white girl. Some argue that the racial differences influenced the media's attention, but others believe not solely about the race. Abduction circumstances. Elizabeth Smart was abducted from her home, and taping on the universal fear showed by parents. The actions of the police departments, parents, and the National Organizations for Missing Children may have influenced media coverage. In a summary, contrasting Alexis Patterson and Elizabeth Smart underscores the complexities of media's attention and the factors of shape the public's interest in missing persons cases. One is essential to recognize the address, such as disparities, and to ensure the fair, comprehensive, and reporting. If you'd like more information or any other questions, feel free to ask. Ah, shit. I could have had it read to us. Mother trucker. Oh, shit. Can you guys? Where you guys go? I don't know why it's not showing you guys. Did you guys see the picture? Those are the two girls, you guys. This just irks me, like how shit can get twisted so quick. Oh, and I was a dork. You guys should have told me this whole time you guys were not seeing the picture that I was seeing of Elizabeth, cute little smart, and Alexis. Like, those two girls are cute as can be. Okay. And my jackass fried butt didn't have it showing for you guys. So there you go. I can't believe that. This whole time I'm so excited about reading this article. Oh, you guys. Um, he has to have Diamond Brand dog. I just sucks because we had enough. I thought we had enough to make it till next month. But I was just a week short, 2 weeks short. It was just, ugh. I felt like a bad. Now my cat, he's got plenty of food, but dogs can't have cat food, so I'm screwed. I would just give him a couple bowls, but dogs can't have cat food. But this is crazy, and so we buy the Diamond Brand. So we already listened to this. I can close this out. Let's go back here then. There we go. So, crap, what am I doing? Is there anything else left on that? I don't think there was. His big bags are expensive, but they have small bags that are I want to say either $13.99 or it's $12.99. I can't remember because it's been a while since I bought dog food. I had a big bag that lasted. That was that we had gotten in February, and he just now ran out. So, but I usually buy the Diamond one because it has the lamb. He loves the lamb and the rice. I hate, I can't believe it because we had it, we thought we had just enough to make it. You know how you think you got enough of something and then boom, you run out of it and then you're like, oh shit. You're coming up with ways and, so we'll have to figure something out. Elizabeth Smart was a true crime daily. Yes! True Crime Daily with Henson guy. I love that show. Love that show. I will put if anybody sends anything, I'm going to lock my Cash App card just because I can't figure out why Amazon is trying to charge me. Does anybody know how to do that before we close out and stuff? I got a few minutes yet. Does anybody know how to get a hold of Amazon? Because I already have Amazon Prime on one of my bank cards, but on my Cash App, it's still trying to charge my credit card, my Cash App card, for $7.53 for Amazon, but I've already paid for the Amazon Prime. So I tried to get on before I came live to maybe get in contact with them and be like, hey, I've already paid for my Amazon Prime, but you're still trying to charge my card $7 and something. So what I'm going to do is, today's Monday, so the pet store is still open till everything for pets, but what I'll do is, just to be safe, I'm going to lock it for now, and I can still receive stuff even though it's locked. And then when I go to the store, if I do get anything, then go to the pet store. I don't think Kroger sells Diamond dog food. That's the only thing. I know they sell the Blue, his treats that he has to have. He has to have special treats. And with my cat can eat anything, especially when he gets his catnip. He loves it. But it's just like dog food is more expensive than cats. I swear. Does anybody use Diamond? Diamond dog food is great. Yeah, that's what I buy. That's what I get for Scuba, because the other processed food that I was giving my dog was giving him the shits. He was getting an upset tummy. I found out pumpkin, real pumpkin. That was a long time ago. Elizabeth Smart was missing for a very long time. Hopefully things gotten better for her and every ever missing person. You jack fudgesicle. I hate when they do that. It's one guy that comes and does that. Okay, so get rid of that. Okay, so let me put in here. There's a phone you can call. Diamond Great. Yes, Diamond dog food is the best. That's what I buy. I got to, because silly dog downstairs can't have corn. And did you know there is so much corn in the dog food treats? Me and my husband, it took us 2 hours. Well, it took me an hour. He took us, I'd say about an hour and a half, because he left me into the store and went out and took his stuff out to this car. Left me in the store, and I'm in the store and I'm reading every single dog treat. And I found a couple brands like the Blue. They have these biscuits. They're called these little dog biscuits. There's an apple one, and then there's a bacon and cheddar one, and then there's a yogurt one. He loves that one, and he loves the bacon one, and he likes the but they're like little biscuits. Corn doesn't digest. Yeah, see? And he can't eat. You make your own cat treats? Oh my God, girl, I need your recipe then. I need you to send me some. I will pay you. Yeah. So there's Blue that has good ones, and then there's another one I will find out, and I will post it when I go to the pet stores. I'll post the brands that I buy for Scuba Dooba Dooba Doo. But yeah, it's mostly just, like the dog treats. I usually buy the Blue because at Kroger's, for those biscuits, they're a lot cheaper than going to the pet store. Here I was paying $10 for a bag. I get them at Kroger's for $5.99 or $6.99 of his Blue biscuit ones. And then he gets certain pig ears. He loves his pig ears. But there's that. And I'll post this one. And then I'm only going to post this. One of those has Scoob's food on there. I have to look to see if they have smaller bags, because I don't want anybody to I don't want anybody to get him a big bag because I can cover that on the 3rd when I get paid. It's just I have to wait. We thought we had enough. I asked my mom, I'm waiting. She said she doesn't have anything yet. And I was like, okay, well, I know peanut butter's okay for dogs. I'll have to look. Does peanut butter have corn in it? I thought peanut butter wasn't as good either. I heard peanut butter was good, but then I don't know for sure. I mean, he's a picky dog. I should leave my earring off, but I feel weird without my earring in. So I'm just going to put the back on very loosely because I cleaned it out and I put some wound care solution on it, but I'm going to let you guys go because my computer has 14% and my charger's downstairs and I wouldn't make it back upstairs in time to move the computer and all that to find the outlet to plug it in. It's going to be too much, but you girls can email me or write me in the comments. We've already pretty much covered the Elizabeth Smart case. I had no idea. I'll go back later on and readjust the edit title. But for them, I totally forgot that they made it to sound like Alexis wasn't getting justice or getting, maybe they need to come back out with some information, Obviously, they need to come out with some, get some cold cases. There's a one lady out here on the Travel Channel. Not the Travel, maybe it's on the Travel Channel. It might be on the Reels channel. There's one with Melinda. She's got blonde hair. She's older. She goes to like Afghanistan and she does the gang smuggling and stuff like that and trafficking. I can't remember her name. I have to run. I'm real low on charge. Much love. Have a great day. Yes, hit the like button. Thank you guys for being here. I truly, truly appreciate every single one of you. You guys mean the world to me. So I wouldn't be here without you guys. I wouldn't want to keep going without you guys. So, I'm not a big channel, but I at least try to bring stuff to you guys that's, not like all these other YouTubers that are just tragically hurting everything. Oh, thank you, Track. I appreciate you. Oh, you're going to make me cry. You guys are going to make me cry. Hey, we had 10 people in here. Holy shit. That's the highest I think I've had 10. I don't think I've had, at one time in a live, I've had 10 people in here. So I'm ready to cry. So I'm going to go take my ugly cry downstairs. And I'm going to plug my computer in. And, I'll see you all later on these streets. I love you all. Thank you all. Bye.